Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. Taking a look at today's starter, who's been going through a bit of a rough patch lately. His recent outings haven't exactly gone as planned, Singy.
Yeah, he hasn't looked himself out there, Boog, and normally he's got that fastball pop in the catcher's mitt and the slider darting, but lately hasn't had great command. A couple of good innings might be all it takes to get him back on track.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So, almost ready to get underway. And our pitcher tonight, John Gray.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Now the left fielder, Joaquin Delgado. Here comes a pitch.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound. See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
In the air, center field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustments. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Castro sends it to first. And they get the out. Two down, bases empty. James Wood digging in for the Nationals. 2 outs, bases empty. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strike.
This one in the air, center field. Mitchell settles underneath it, squeezes it, and that is that. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Back here in Miami, getting the nod in this one, Jacob Mizorowski. Chris, he's looking for a bounce back this season.
Yeah, and I think this guy understands that if he doesn't make quicker adjustments and show improvement, that the patience that his manager has will not last as long as it did last year. So we'll see if he can get off to a great start. Perhaps the work that he did in the offseason will show good results early on, but he's got to get out of the gates going strong, or else he may find himself in the bullpen or back in the minor leagues.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
So digging in, Sal Frelick. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's out to center field. Cruz flashes the leather on the run and catch. And time now for the Marlins lineup. So here's Wade now.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
That one the other way. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Brett Wisely. Wisely with a homer in his last game. Throw to first, and he's back in safely. Line drive, and it goes just foul. Two outs. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing in the Miami first. We played an inning in South Florida. No score on the show. And we're back. Leading off, Stone Garrett. And strike two. That one drifts inside.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes.
Boog, something I hear from hitters about Valentine is they know they don't have to protect off the plate too much in two-strike counts, and that can be a big deal in terms of your confidence and seeing some pitches in that at-bat.
He swung over top of the curveball.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul back, and that's out of play. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's.
And he's got it in right field for the third out, so that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now here is Connor Wong. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider's more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
This is Willie Castro. That's towards center. Makes the catch. Two down. Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
He's so solid. Calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Two down, nobody on. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Nothing doing for the Marlins. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the... And meanwhile, this a fair ball down the left field line. Around first, heading for 2. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the third baseman, Brady House. On to first, and one away in the top of the third.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Here's the center fielder, Dylan Cruz. Gray winds and deals. Right through there for a strike.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Joaquin Delgado. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So a leadoff double, but they can't cash it in. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Right side. Rogers throws to first in time, and a quick out, number 1. Now the third baseman, Junior Caminero. Up the middle. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
Back to the top of the lineup, Johan Rojas. The next up for the Marlins. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. On the ground to short, Nunez. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing across here this half. 3 innings complete, no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Nasim Nunez. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
So now here's the DH, James Wood. 3-1 is on the way. And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball. One out, bases empty. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because It was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Stone Garrett, the next to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Nothing doing for Washington. Still no score. Back here in Miami, and now the right fielder, Sal Frelick. And that one is lifted in the air. Cruz sizes this one up, and out number 1 on the grab.
Now back, first baseman.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr. And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. That's 6 straight set down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brett Wisely. Two outs. That one misses, and a count 2-1. Into center. Nunez makes the grab on the run. And 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. And we are still scoreless. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And a foul ball. Ground ball up the middle. Lopez. The throw to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
Now it's Brendan Rodgers. That one fouled off. 2-2. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Next to hit for the Nats, Walter Felch. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. In the air to left center. Wisely on his way over, and that'll do it. Halfway through this one, still no score. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Connor Wong. Out towards right center field. Cruz sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. And the batter will be the shortstop, Willie Castro. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. 1-1 is fouled off. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Now back, center fielder.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Man at first with 1 gone. And the batter now, Garrett Mitchell. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Puts it away for the out.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, Otto.
Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Now that's smacked to right center. Cruz makes a nice running catch. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. And we still have no score. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Brady House. And that drops in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him swinging. Played the plate, and he's out. He tried for the inside the Parker, and he couldn't make it. Up now for Washington, Dylan Cruz.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
One down, base is empty. Late with the swing there.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And there are not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
So the Nats lineup turns over. Now, Joaquin Delgado. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6. Digging in, Junior Caminero. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. So the lineup flips over. Johan Rojas, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
First and second, no outs. Freeland digs in now. Now here's a flare off the bat. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
baseman,
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Lamont Wade Jr. now at the plate. Go ahead run at second here in the bottom of the sixth. This one in the air right field. Garrett on the move. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
now batting the left fielder.
Now the left fielder, Brett Wisely. Two on, 2 outs. And that's a base hit. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
First and second, 2 outs. Connor Wong will hit next. Laser could be trouble. Rojas rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run is in, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 3-0.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Jacob Mizorowski won't go any further tonight. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Now on the mound for the Nationals, Brock Burke.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And up next for Miami, Willie Castro. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
1-2.
Man at second. In the air left field, Delgado nabs it, and that will end the inning. But 3 score in the inning, 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now 3-0. The left-hander on now, Logan Allen.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here comes a 3-2. On its way to the corner, and that's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him swinging. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
James Wood digging in for the Nationals. Foul ball there. The Fish leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground right side. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
The right fielder, Stone
Now it's the right fielder, Stone Garrett. Next offering upstairs.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
He swings and fouls one off. Two outs. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And the Nationals gone in order. They trail in this one 3-0. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Here's a 1-1. Hit in the air out to center field. Cruz puts it away for the out.
The batter, number 6, second baseman,
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. There's a swing and a miss. Action in the pen down there. Jose A. Ferrer appears to be getting loose. Leiter, a right-hander, loosening up as well. One down, base is empty. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And there's 2 down.
now batting the third baseman, Junior.
And now for the Marlins, Junior Caminero. Out towards right center. That's well struck. This one could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Johan Rojas, the next up for the Marlins. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Two outs and one in scoring position. Out to short, Nunez. Tosses to first, and that is the inning. Marlins leave one, but they lead it 3-0. Anthony Bender takes over on the mound.
Anthony.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
So up next, Brendan Rodgers. One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. So they go quietly there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Marlins 3 and the Nationals nothing. Jose A. Ferrer gets handed the rock out of the pen. He last pitched 2 days ago. Now the number 2 hitter, Sal Frelick. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Delgado hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Lamont Wade Jr., the next up for the Marlins. On the corner for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Carmen Mlodzinski up and throwing. And a base hit into left field. That'll play.
now batting, the left fielder, Brett.
One down. Here's the left fielder, Brett Wisely. There's a strike. That one the other way. Nunez. Off balance feed. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 3 and the Nationals nothing.
Now pitching,
Andrew Nardi on to try and close it out.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Base knock center field. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
now batting, the center fielder, Dylan.
And now up for Washington, Dylan Cruz. Splits the plate. It's 2-2.
When the leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
2-2 now. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
And now 1 and 2.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn 2, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get 2 and end up with nothing.
2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So it's their last chance in this one. Next to hit for the Nats, Nasim Nunez. And that's in for a strike. 1 strike away. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. 2 outs. Battling here as he fouls it away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Marlins take the series opener here at home.
He's up to triple digits with that save. 100 for his career now, and he's become an artist when it comes to closing out ball games.
A shutout in this one. 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.